This is an original Jackson Dinky reverse professional. Love this guitar. It still has the original, well, not the original strings, but the strings on it from when I last played it years and years ago. Yeah, a lot of memories with this one. It has the original neck humbucking pickup that says Jackson on it, and I replaced the bridge humbucker with the DiMarzio Evolution Yngwie Malmsteen autograph on it. When I saw him, I don't know when it was, at the Aragon Ballroom in Chicago, 1997. And the singer at the time, Mike Viscera, unfortunately, it got wiped off. This is from the same concert that night. Mike signed it, but it got wiped off when I was playing. I was purchasing an Ibanez Gem Steve Vai DNA guitar, which I don't have. But to my knowledge, it is the only one signed by Steve Vai. And when I met Steve during a show backstage one time, I brought the DNA with me, actually. And first thing he said is, "Oh my God, is that a DNA?" I'm like, "Yeah." So he signed it on the back of the headstock, and they only made 300 of those. I would love to have that guitar back again. I didn't play it. I was afraid to play it. But anyway, back to the Jackson. This is an original, and when I was buying that Ibanez Gem, I got it from a store in New York. I called them, made the order online, and actually in the office with the owner of that music store that night when I was placing the order, it was like a mom and pop store, in New York, so not one of these big chains. But anyway, in that store that night was Grover Jackson, and I was talking about Jackson guitars and how I love them, and the owner of the store said, "Actually, Grover's here right now." And when I got the Gem DNA, there was a note between the strings. I have to find it, from Grover. It's something like, "I'm glad you love the Jackson," this one, "keep playing," or something like that. Signed, Grover Jackson. Just like on a 4x6 blue piece of desk paper. When I was talking to Grover about this guitar, I do remember telling him that this is the thinnest neck I have ever played on, and I love it so much it's almost too thin. And he laughed at me on the phone, and he said, "You actually still have that guitar?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes, "The neck isn't broken yet?" I'm like, "No, I take care of my stuff." Well, the reason why he said that is because the first run of the Jacksons, I don't remember how many, 1,000 or 2,000 of the original Dinkies, he said there was a mistake at the factory, and they cut the necks way thinner than what they should have been. They're way under spec. And he said a lot of those necks broke. Mine has not. And yeah, you guys, like now years later, like what, 30, 35 years later, I can tell you that this is, I wish you guys could feel this is still the thinnest neck I have ever felt in my entire life, because like a Jackson Soloist, I have one, and this neck is way thinner than that. Ibanez Prestige, way thinner than that. I don't know. I mean, can you see this? Look at this. I don't have any way to measure it, but if you can see, I'm trying to give you an idea. Look at this. So imagine a Jackson Soloist or an Ibanez Prestige, and I'm not talking about like, oh yeah, they're kind of the same. Imagine like a Ibanez Prestige or a Soloist and making it easily a quarter thinner. I mean, that's what we're talking about here. I was thinking, well, maybe with all the guitars that have come out years since, it would be like, oh no, this feels like a Soloist. No, this is still truly the thinnest neck I have ever felt. Crazy. I am going to set this up. I'll probably do a video. You guys want to see a video of me setting it up? I'll probably do it anyway. I mean, it's still in excellent shape. Fingerprints, of course, but like barely all the years I played this, gigs, This is how I take care of my stuff. This has been to multiple band practices, multiple shows, 3-way toggle, no corrosion on the bridge. Frets are nickel, of course. I used to have, and I would love to get them again, they had the black one like this, then they had the stone one, which I had, with the maple fretboard, and then they had like the navy blue one, deep navy blue, which is smooth gloss like this. I had that one as well, again with the maple board, and I sold them. I love those guitars. I kept this one. I've bought and sold so many guitars through the years, mainly Jacksons and Ibanez. I had Ibanez gems with the pyramid inlays, you know. I wasn't rich. I was just a little irresponsible with the money. I never really replaced my strings, to be honest. I didn't want to spend money that much back in the day on them. It just wasn't me. But you know what? The main reason I never really put new strings on it, like if you break a string, I would just unlock it, pull it down, relock it in the locking trim, and continue and tune it up and continue playing. I love the sound of warmer, broken in strings. I recorded my first CD with this guitar. Story on that later, all the band history. I want to tell stories from like the 80s and 90s of clubs and stuff. I love this Jackson logo, like the older school one. Jackson, professional, Dinky reverse. If I find that note from Grover Jackson, I will show it. I have to find it. It's a mission. I keep stuff like that, obviously, but I have not been able to find it. All right, take care, you guys. I'll see you in the next video.